on this episode of Money Barn.
If you hire me, I will give you $500.
So showy. Have confidence in yourself, man.
Emily, you think you're tall enough to get on this ride?
Ew, you're 105.
I don't know what we got going on here. Wait a minute. Oh, what do we have back here?
For generations, folks have been stashing prized possessions in one place, in the American barn.
Today, these treasure-filled time capsules are heading for the auction block.
Across the country, auctioneers go head-to-head to get the sale.
This auction's got to be mine. It's got my name written all over it.
You think I'm gonna let these other fools make money?
These other guys' prices are as inflated as their egos.
All that matters is who can make the money.
Because profits this big can only be raised in a barn.
Sold!
Today, we're in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. The name didn't give it away. It's a town founded by the Quakers. It's also where the Liberty Bell was hidden during the Revolutionary War. We're heading to the Bogatalk family's barn, which actually predates the Revolutionary War, just like me.
I got this call from the broker about the barn. It's pre-revolutionary, whether it is pewter, furniture, brass, copper, wooden handles, who the knows what can be there. When I go to a place like this, I'm hoping to see pieces from the original owners of the barn in the pre-revolutionary period. And I mean, you've got to have an eye to be able to find that diamond either in the rough or in the middle of the.
The looks that these people give me, it's insane. I am 22 and I'm a girl, and they think they can push me around, but they can't.
People always underestimate me because I'm a woman and I'm young, but I know my stuff. It just means I have to work twice as hard to prove it. And I gotta get this family to love me. And who could not love this?
Motors are my business. Nobody can beat me at knowing a number on that. Basically, I can sell a car to a man with no arms and no legs. But there's tons of architectural stuff inside of this barn. I gotta make sure that these guys know that I'm not just a used car salesman.
The broker called and told me the Bogatas have a lot of farming machinery. They got a lot of old tools and stuff, so that's my bread and butter. Today, I'm hunting down farm goods. I even hear they have an old John Deere, and those are worth a lot of money. I am certified, bona fide, pasteurized, the best auctioneer there is. I have had a lot of coffee.
Morning, everyone. We're going to sell the contents of the Bogatal's barn. I'd like you to meet Chris and Bernie. This is a 18th century barn. We've got about 3,000 square feet, 2 floors. You're going to get 20 minutes to look around. All right, you guys ready to get in here?
Wow.
All right, guys, 20 minutes.
Nice little cupboard here, $200 to $300. These barn doors at $35 a piece. 2, 4, 6, 8.
What do we have back here? This is a crow's foot scale. Call it that because the fulcrum of this thing juts out like a crow's foot, and they use it for balance. About 200 bucks.
Barn windows, there's 200 to 300 total for, all of them.
Let me see what's downstairs. This is crap. This is crap. Nothing pre-revolutionary.
These little pitchforks like this, they look very old to me. You got 2 types of people that are gonna buy a pitchfork. Somebody that wants to hang it up on the wall, or you're gonna have the Amish guy that's using that.
$100 altogether.
What's in here? Getting down and dirty. An old corn cob box.
Corn cob pipes are pretty common, but to have a whole trunk made of corn cob is very unique.
Another $50 right there. Gentleman's dresser curio thing. They'd pay about $500 for it. Originally from Eastern Europe, this 1870 pine utility cupboard. Aaron Johnson Antiques Limited of Denver, Colorado placed a $2,250 ticket on this unusual piece. That little nugget of knowledge is going to stay with me.
Hey, sometimes working twice as hard means being a little sneaky.
Oh, these are cool. Ugh. Oh, are you kidding me? Ugh. These rail posts, there's a matching set of them, super rare to find. This thing is a hitching post that you would put in the ground, tie up your horse to it. Just an iron alone, that's a lot of money. 400 bucks.
Your wood boring bits, they didn't have drills back then. That whole pile there, $400. This is what they hung the poultry and meat and hams and stuff up on. The reason why this is so valuable is made by a blacksmith. There's no mold lines. It hasn't been mass produced. Probably looking at $50 to $100 for this. You got an old school belt. There's no crack or imperfections in this metal. A 500. What the hell is this? My mother has a lamp just like that. It ain't worth a squirrel's nut. By that, I mean squirrel testicle.
It's got great red glass. It was a gas lamp, it still is a gas lamp. It's Victorian, and it gave decoration to the room, which prior to this point, they did not have. It's not pre-revolution at all. $350. I have to find, if there's something revolutionary here, I can kiss my paycheck goodbye.
How's it going, Mark?
I'm doing fine, but can't find.
Well, you're getting really testy in your old age.
I've always been testy.
Whoa! This was called a brass tag tractor. It was started back in 1935. Now, the ones that are really desirable, and I don't want the other auctioneers to know, is on this shaft that hooks to the radiator. There's 4 bolts. 4 bolts are worth more because of the early pattern versus an 8-bolt. Because of the good condition, I can get probably $4,000 to $6,000 for this. Jackpot, that's what I came here for.
I don't know what we got going on here. Aha, these are all different songs. And they put these into the old style player pianos when you would go back into the bars. These things are stacked here. Wait a minute. I think this is a player piano itself. These player pianos, they aren't rare, but they are uncommon. They mass-produced these things in like the early 1900s, and then they kind of stopped about the 1920s because the phonograph came along, and that's what really took over the family room. That is cool. This player piano plus the music rolls, $400. See, I know more than just cars.
The clock is definitely into the 19th century, beginning of the 20th century, and that's all hand-painted on the glass. This clock was painted from the inside so that it would be smooth from the outside. It was a process used from 1870 to the turn of the century. But that's a great clock, $1,000.
You got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes.
You're probably looking at $2,000 of wood here alone.
So all this together is $250 or $300.
If I had to put a number on this cupboard, maybe $75.
So this looks like it has some age to it. Probably a few $100s.
An old furnace, decoration, $300 for it.
Little cupola. Cupolas were actually used for ventilation on the top of a barn. These things sell like wildfire. $600.
Here's a set from the 50s, $500 to $800 there.
Cool little light. At least getting $200 for that. Cast iron kettle, $30, $40.
Drop leaf table, $200. It's a blanket rack, $100. The box in itself isn't super valuable. Holy. Look at this. Is that unbelievable? There we go. 16th century felling axe. The texture of the metal, the shape of the piece. You can tell that this axe is pre-revolutionary because it's hand-beaten and there's no maker's mark. This is one of a kind, not mass-produced. I can get $1,000 if I were on drugs.
All right, guys, we got 30 seconds left.
Between the Hitchcock chair, the blanket box.
Axes, hatchets, old tools.
Tons of extra wood, tons of iron hinges.
This whole room, you're probably looking at $5,000 to $6,000.
$2,500.
All right, guys, that's it. Everybody out of the barn. I'm gonna give you a little time to get your estimates together. We'll see you in a little bit.
I gotta turn up the charm and make sure they realize that I'm not just a used car salesman. I can sell a piano.
Found all the hidden gems in that barn. Now I just got to get the family to trust a 22-year-old girl auctioneer.
I found something that tops anything that's revolutionary. Nothing like a 500-year-old axe to cut down the competition and raise the bidding.
That John Deere really bumps up my estimate. But I just appreciate Emily's smirk. Like she knows something that I don't. I gotta spook her a little bit. Emily, you think you're tall enough to get on this ride? This is an auction. This isn't a catwalk.
So what are you
I
gonna
have
offer?
something that none of you guys have. I've got a hidden tool in my
Asset?
toolbox.
I bet you
go.
do have a tool in your toolbox, baby.
Ew, I was talking about the cabinet. Hey now.
But I don't know if you can use that tool getting the job.
You're 105 and you still need to grow up.
Mark, you're a dirty old man.
That's true.
Okay, everyone, you've all had a chance to look at the Bogota barn today. Lee, let's start with you.
Well, I have a lot of years of experience at selling these similar items. I'll be able to get you top dollar.
Mark,
I can make it happen. I can make sure that you get the most money as possible to retrieve out of this barn.
Bernie and Chris, I got a lot of one-liners, a lot of smart comments.
Used car salesman over here.
They just
Don't have
like
any
to
calluses.
peg me as a car auctioneer because it makes me look bad. I got a lot of things to keep people interested in a sale.
It takes a lot more in auctioneering than being a smart ass in front of people. We're not looking for Robin Williams kind of person. You need somebody that's going to entertain them, but be
I
businesslike.
think that I kind of can pull a little bit from what each of these guys have. You know, I do have the experience that Lee has. I'm young, like Mike, so I have the energy. It's kind of the whole package, but I'm a little bit of a different package than these three offer.
Let's get to the numbers.
Whole barn collectively, I'm thinking $23,000. If you like a guarantee, I think that I'm willing to go to $17,500 without a doubt. If I don't get you $17,500, you can keep my commission.
I told her in my mind between 18.5 to 25 on a good day. I guarantee 18.
18.
Sure.
I think they might have had a high estimate. Mine's a little bit lower, a little more conservative. I thought maybe 15,000.
Wow.
10 for sure.
That's almost half of what Lee's looking at.
Well,
Look, I'm not appraising this stuff. I'm telling him what it would bring in a barn auction.
I'm gonna say 19 or 20,000 bottom, and where the top is, I don't know. All this guaranteed is monopoly money. The best way to get them to bite is with the real McCoy. You know what I'll do for you? If you hire me, I will give you $500 as just good faith that I can do the best for you and get the best return.
It's so showy trying to give him $500. If you don't have confidence in yourself, man, what are you doing?
Well, folks, what did you think of Lee?
Yeah, he's got a great look. I mean, the hat
he
and the
looks like
cane.
an auctioneer,
He's got
yeah.
the auctioneer belly. Yeah.
Let's talk about Mark.
He's a little bit too outspoken.
People might take him the wrong way.
Mike's got a very bubbly personality. He's got a lot of energy. I think he would do a good job.
I think Emily, there's never been a girl in an auction around here that I know of. That might be very pleasing. But anyway. I mean,
Calm down,
she can
boy.
see.
Yeah.
Do you think the younger ones will be able to bring in the amount of money that we would like to try to get?
Either that or they'll get my foot.
Sounds to me like you guys are getting close to a decision.
I think we are.
I think we are too.
We want to thank you all for coming out here to the Bogota Farm. It's really been a tough decision, but we have made one. And the decision is... It's really been a tough decision, but we have made one. And the decision is...
Emily.
thank you very much.
Congratulations, kiddo.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
How the hell did she win with a 10 grand guarantee? It's a novelty. Oh, she's cute. She'll get more money. She ain't gonna get more money. This is my turf.
Hey, good luck to her. Hope she does well. This used car salesman stuff is gonna haunt me forever.
She may have won the sale, but winning over a bunch of farmers and antiquers, it'll be a different story. Did I get my $500 back?
Okay, this is great. Now I get a chance to go back in the barn and see what I missed. This is a neat old woodworking toolbox. Ladies would buy this to put in their garden as a planter. $100.
I told him I had a hidden tool, and now I've got an expensive toolbox to put it in.
Ice cream chairs people like to put on their outside and on their porch.
They were used in soda shops and ice cream parlors in the early 1900s.
Two, probably $50. Hanging prism lamps. This is actually upside down. If all these were matching, it'd be worth more. Got the chimney and everything in it. The burner is there. All this eccentric work on the sides and the bottom that makes it worth more money. So it's a really cool piece.
I'm gonna say $350. This is awesome. I know the goods in the barn. Now all I gotta do is bring in the money. Told the Bogotaks I'd get him 12 grand, but I have a feeling I'm gonna blow that out of the park.
All right, I got here. I got to see what she can do, but I still think they should have picked me. There you have it. It's real simple. Boom.
Oh, look at that. My competitors showed up. If they came to see me fall on my face, I will not.
Okay, ladies and gents, this is an 8-day winding clock. Beautiful artwork on the middle there.
This clock is easy money. Let's see what she's going to do with it.
Paying take about 50 to the now 50, 50, thank you, 75, $50, 75, thank you now, 100, I'm gonna go on 125, 100 and a quarter, now 50, 50, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, and 75, 75, I'm gonna go on 50, now 7, now 70, 90, and now 90, 2, now 200, now 2, now 2. Sold it to you for $190, thank you.
Are you kidding me?
You just can't lose a crowd this early. I'm gonna try and switch gears to a different type of item.
Okay, 1948 John Deere Model B. Runs like a champ. 1,000 and go. And come on, let's go now. 2,000 and go. 1,000. 7.5 now. 1,000 now. 12.5 now. 1,500. I better get 15 now. 1,800. 1,900 for the money. 1,900.
That's a $6,000 tractor. She's having a hard time getting $1,000.
Hey, 19. I better get 9, 19 and 18. I better get 19. Sold it to you, sir. $1,800. Thank you very much.
$1,800? I could have got $3 grand for that in my sleep. And I have sleep apnea.
70 and a 5 now. Part of the 5. Sold it to you. $70 down front. Number 11.
Even these country items are not selling.
5 now. 20 and a 5. 5. 20. 5.
And it's sold. Sold.
Part of the 5 now. 30 and a 5. 5. 30. Part of the 5. 35. Sold it to you. $30.
She's giving the stuff away. I'll be able to buy it for dirt and sell it and make a big profit.
This is hand-forged, seriously old axe, okay?
Yeah, some great facts there, Emily.
And I bet you'll never find another one, no matter how far you go. And I take about 100 and go. And 100 now quarter, and now 100 and a quarter, now 25 here, now 100 and a quarter. $100 here, and a quarter, now 25 here, now 100 and a quarter. 51, 50, and 175. 150 and a 75, 75, 75. Now 200 and a 2, 2, 2. Now quarter, now 25, 225.
Sold to Uncle Fester in the back.
This axe belongs in a museum, and I'm just the man to sell it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Did I tell you how much I was glad you came today? Oh, we're gonna sell the piano.
And it all comes down to the player piano. That's what I'm relying on to turn my luck around.
And I take about 200, I gotta get 200, and 200 on a 2, now 200, I gotta get 2, now 200 on a 2, $200 on it, $100 on it, I gotta get 1, $100, I gotta get 1, $100, I gotta get 1, now 100, I gotta get 1, $100, I gotta get 1.
Oh man, the Bogotalks are walking out. They look pissed.
Now 100, I gotta get 1, $100, I gotta get 1.
Where are you going?
$50 on it, I get 25. $5, I can't just give it away. Does anybody need a piano? $5. I can't just give it away.
There is literally no one bidding.
Gosh, if you paid by the pound, it'd be like $500. And part of the 5, now, part of the 5, now, part of the 5. I guess we're just not gonna sell it. Leave it, yeah, leave it. No sale.
She has completely lost this crowd. I would have got at least $400 for that piano.
This auction right now is like abandoned zombie carnival meets a yard sale. It sucks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you've been waiting for this piece all day long. We're gonna do the cranberry hanging lamp.
Forget the profit now. I made him a guarantee. And at this point, I'm just trying to not lose money.
You can see the light looks beautiful on it. It's all there. And I take about 200. 100 now, 2 now, 3 now, 300 and now 4 now, 400 and now 4 now, 4 now, 4. Thank you now, 5. And 400, I'm gonna get 5, 5, 5, I'm gonna get 5, I'm gonna get 500 and then 5 and a half, and 550, I'm gonna get 5, 5, 5 and a half, and 6. And 550 and now 600 and then 5, 550 and now 600. Sold it to you. Number 30 for $550.
That is what I needed.
Sometimes it takes a few items to find out what the crowd's into. Hopefully this is a sign.
On the nice big blanket chest, and I take about 100 and I'm gonna get 1. And 100 of it, 100 and a quarter, now 50 and 100 and a half, and 75 and 150 and 175 and 200 and then a 2, 250 and a 75, 75. Hey, 375 and a 75 and a 400 and then a 4, 4, 375 and I'm gonna get 4. 4 now. You want back in for last chance? Sold it to you, $400 in the back, number 33. $400, number 33.
Now that I know what they want, I can zero in on the home decor items that they're looking for.
And $10 under the 10 now, $10 under $10 under now, $10 under. Sold it.
Sold.
Sold it to you, number 76.
Hey, if they're looking for home decor, I actually have the perfect item.
And 15 here now, 1600 of 1600. Sold it your way, 1500.
My hidden tool totally paid off. And not in the pervy way Mark Bleckman was suggesting earlier.
I gotta hand it to her. I'm kind of impressed.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming through. That's all we got today. I don't know if I'm gonna hit my 10 grand guarantee, which means I get nothing, 0. Big waste of my time, rent not paid, Emily is still poor.
I bought the 16th century axe for nothing. I'm gonna make profit on it. But the people that really got axed were the sellers, the Bogotas.
Bernie, Chris, how do you think it went today?
If you want my honest opinion, I think there was a lot of items that were just unbelievably low. I'm disappointed. It's just, you know, you collect this stuff for 45 years and you come up short.
So you guys remember when I gave you my pitch, I said somewhere between 12 and 15.
Yeah, we did. I remember.
What would you guess as a number today that we did?
12, if that.
Well, the actual number is $19,501.50.
No way.
It's great.
You're serious?
Good news.
You're really
serious.
serious?
Yep.
That's good. Way
Great.
better than I expected.
Great.
Awesome,
Very
that's
good.
what I like to hear.
So now we like you again.
It was a tough crowd. I was up against a crowd of big, disgruntled, smelly, heckling farm dudes. But you know what? I didn't let that get to me. I stayed cool, and in the end, I made a lot of money.